Now that you don't, they see a queen. They see a king. They see royalty now that you don't. Now that you don't, they will never, ever play with you again. Now that you don't, you get in the respect that you deserve.
For in your eyes I see, for in your eyes I see what I was born to be.
It got a lot to do with people. How they act, how they think, how they behave. You know? It's just a level of courtesy, a level of respect. And everybody ain't got that. When you're dealing with certain kind of folks, it's like they make you can. You want to. You feel it in your heart. But people just make you not. The humane part of you says, yes, you do. But then that thing goes and happens, and it make you don't. You try. You swallow your pride. You shut your mouth. You bite your tongue. You got thoughts on your mind, but no words come out because you're really trying. And then all of a sudden, you realize you don't. They make you don't. They make it hard for you too. If they would just be more reasonable, if they would just act like they do sometimes, even though you know they don't. You tried to change. Man, you went on a long streak of dues, and nobody gave you credit. Nobody gave you respect. Nobody said thank you. They just act like you had no value. So now, you don't. Can you help it? Can they blame you? Guess what if they do? It ain't even your fault. 'Cause you ain't always been like this. It was their ways and their actions. They made you this way. And guess what? As soon as they find out you don't, now everybody does. No, don't start now. Don't start now. Keep that same energy. When you was trying, what was they doing? The same thing you doing now. What was they thinking? The same thing you thinking now. A lot of that stuff you let slide. You had to eat that. You had to be the bigger person. Oh yeah, you was the bigger person. Numerous times. And they just kept going and going and going and going. Pushing your buttons. And now, it is what it is. You still got a little bit of dew in you, but not for them. See, when you cross paths with them, it's the same thing every time now. because they painted that picture. You was trying to avoid all of this. You did things like stayed away from them, kept your distance. You know? If they walked in the room, you walked out the room. But they needed attention, see? They kept on coming around you, knowing that you don't. Some of them can't even fathom that you don't. And you thinking to yourself, oh, now you the victim. Now you the victim. You thinking to yourself, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I don't. But how you the victim? You don't remember when you was like this? This is what you're telling them. Or this is what you're thinking in your mind. You're saying, you don't remember when I was so humble and you wasn't? You know what? They can't handle it when you don't. How that song go? It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when you do it, right? Right? It's facts. And now, you going all out. You going all out because they put your back against the wall. They made you feel emotions that you didn't want to feel. They played with your emotions like a game. They thought you was a game. They thought you was a play toy. They just kept on doing the things that they was doing. Kept on running their mouth. Kept on talking about you. And now, you the way you are. You was helping out and all. You was doing the best you could to be a team player. You was chipping in, playing your part, you know, because there's no I in team, and you knew that. You was focused on positivity, focused on the win, winning with the team. But now, you feel the way you feel, and you out for dolo. You ready to play for the other team. They could say what they want, because now, you don't. At this point, you don't care. Remember when you wanted to be accepted? Remember when you wanted to be liked? When you wanted everybody around you to embrace you and show you love? But they didn't. And now, it is what it is. They still talking about you, but they look at you different now. See, now that you don't, they don't see weakness no more. They don't see that humbleness that you used to have. Now that you don't, they see a queen. They see a king. They see royalty now that you don't. Now that you don't, they will never, ever play with you again. Now that you don't, you get in the respect that you deserve. Now that you don't, they don't even want to take it there with you. Acting like You the problem now. But they act like they don't remember when they was the problem. You're not even mad, but they think you are. You ain't mad at all. You just don't. See, it's a difference. It's a big difference. It's a whole nother feeling. It's a whole nother mindset when you don't. And they understand that now. As a matter of fact, they starting to treat you a little better. They're a little intimidated of you now. Cause it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, is it? And you ain't even trying to be like that. From the start, you didn't want to be like that. You was helpful. You was friendly. And they crossed that line. And now they got to deal with the fact that you don't. They should have thought about this before. They should have thought it all over. They should have put some respect on your name. They gonna talk about you. And you're gonna make sure that the next time, before you give all of your heart, before you appear to be the way you was appearing on the first trip, you're going to let them know from the gates that you don't. Sometimes it got to be like that. And if you ever give them a second chance, they're going to remember how you was. And they're going to think twice. And they're going to say, don't play with that one, because they don't. And that's how we're going to keep it. Peace.